problem about my memory. Let me see.
Yeah, universities, for example, Michigan State University, it's entirely,
Michigan, Washington.
yeah,
Rest two. Rest one. I think. Let me see. My classmate always talking about it, but I forgot it today. What is it called?
so this is like, for example, Michigan State University is entirely different from Washington College. Because
Yeah.
basically at Washington State University, you get thousands of students, like you get hundreds of students sitting in one classroom.
Yeah.
Are
Two
you aware
kinds
of
of
that?
college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Washington
No.
College has really small classes. And also I interviewed some students who want to transfer from Michigan State University. They have been studying there for like 3 years, but they could still barely speak English, and their English is very similar to yours, I would say. But
Yeah,
the students
maybe.
who have studied at Washington College for even one semester, if you talk with them now, their English is just so fluent. And in a year or two, I was hardly, like, I was not even able to recognize them. So that's because Washington College is so American. Majority of students are Americans. So the international students would have to like hang out with the American students all the time. Whilst for Michigan State University, there are thousands of Chinese students. Yeah, that's what I heard from the students I interviewed. So that's why they want to transfer, because even though they studied there for 3 years, they found that they hardly learned anything, and they found it's as if they were studying in China.
About 1,000 of people.
No,
didn't.
a few thousand, like quite a few thousands of Chinese. They said it's definitely more
Okay.
than like 1,000, several thousands of Chinese students.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Because,
like it's even like a Chinese city. So the education
Maybe.
quality is completely different. So what happened is at Michigan State University, the American students, they don't need to pay. They can just study.
Wow.
They don't really have, well, they have to pay, but they only need to pay a small amount of money. But the international students will have to pay a much higher fee. So that means for the international students, you are actually subsidizing the American students. You are paying for the American students to receive the education, right? Because you pay more money, but you receive the same education, which American students hardly pay anything for. Whilst at Washington College, it's equal for everybody. Even American students will also have to pay. That means you don't subsidize, and the American students pay the same amount of money. That is why the education quality is so much. Yeah, that's why the education quality is so much higher. And then you are not at a disadvantage because you are not paying more than anybody. Whilst at at Michigan State University, you are paying for the American students. And that's why they take Chinese students or they take international students, because they can get somebody to pay for the university.
Wow.
So this is almost like a cash cow for them. That's why they have thousands of Chinese students.
Wow.
Yeah, that I know for sure, because I always interview students who want to transfer from Michigan State. They are just so disappointed and they complain that it's even difficult for them to sign up a class.
I didn't heard about that.
Yeah.
They no only
I just heard you need to talk with the students who study there. You can talk with students. Yeah, maybe you could get online and try to connect with the students who already study there.
Study there.
Yeah.
Now the high grade, the grade which is higher, they go to American first. Some of them. Yeah, but they didn't go to Michigan, and they also didn't tell any much about that to us.
Right.
They didn't say much. I just not mentioned. Not find that. Yeah.
Right. I see. Yeah. So, what do you usually do in your spare time?
What?
What do you usually do in your spare time?
Stay